Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man issue number 14. This was a very disappointing issue. Not because the issue itself was bad. No, this was an amazing issue, but the last page kind of ticked me off. I'm going to get into that after we talk about who made this comic book. So, we've got A Night Off. Tom Taylor is the writer, Marguerite Sauvage on the flashback, Ken Lashley's doing the regular art, Marguerite Sauvage and Rachel Rosenberg doing the color art, VC's Travis Lanham on letters, Andrew C. Robinson does the one and only cover, and Spider-Man was created by Stan Lee with art by Steve Ditko. Okay, you got to make sure that you read the recap portion of this book, which is right on the same page that I just read off the names of the people who made this book. This was a really great setup because it leads into the idea that Aunt May has always been there for Pete. Yes, she really genuinely has. There's a time, new history for Peter Parker. At one point, he ran away from home when he was a kid because his parents had died. He was really sad living with Aunt May and Uncle Ben. And it's like, dude, what the frig, man? You know, this isn't my home. Well, Uncle Ben yells at him, but Aunt May comes in and tries to, calm him down, like, hey, listen, Pete, it's not your fault. And it's understandable that you're going to be mad at the entire world, all right? Because the world isn't fair. They didn't treat you fair. The world didn't treat you fair. But I want you to know that you're about to go to sleep now, and I'm going to be here when you go to sleep. And guess what? When you wake up, I'm still going to be here. Now, how many times did Aunt May actually do that? I would have to assume that's as many times as Peter needed it to happen, because that's the kind of person that Aunt May is. This was an amazing Aunt May issue. This has to be one of the best Aunt May moments in comic book history. It's got to be. It's got to be. And she's had so many great moments, but yeah, this one, it's easily on the top 10 list. I mean, come on, That being said, it's now Peter's time to reciprocate. Aunt May is about to go under anesthesia for something or another relating to her cancer again. And Pete says, you're going to go to sleep now, and I'm going to be here. And when you wake up, I'm going to be here again. The entire rest of this issue is about him trying to live up to that promise. Can he actually do that, knowing that Peter Parker is also Spider-Man? So the power goes out in the city. Fortunately, the hospital has a backup generator, so he could have just left things as it is. He could have just taken care of his own. But no, he's Spider-Man, and with great power, well, So he goes out and he tries to fix things. Fortunately, this issue is not the amazing, this is not the spectacular, this is not the web of, this is not just Spider-Man. It is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And Spider-Man has some friends in his neighborhood. So, Joe Crocker said it, but I feel that the Beatles sang it best. They say you get by with a lot of help from your friends. And it's always great. This solo character, the most solo character out there, who is Spider-Man, right? Never really had a sidekick, never really belonged on any other team. He is the number one solo character, in my opinion, in comic books. Of the major players. And for him to have friends that show up once in a while to help out in his time of need, that's a great moment. And I didn't need any of it explained. I didn't need one iota of this to be explained. It's just the idea that, real friends, they'll know. So that was a cool moment. I was so 100% totally down with this. There's also a new villain in here. I'll go to the page where it actually shows this character. He's got this power button on his head, which is just laughable. The power on, power off button on your head. Yeah, it's like you're fighting the bad guy. What do I do? Boop, I win. Shut him down. It's like one of those pit droids from the original, or not the original, from episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Star Wars, right? Hit it in the nose. Huh? Oh. Anyhow. Yeah, this was pretty cool. So, bad guy here. I hope that we're going to see more of this bad guy because this was genuinely a lot of fun with this character. Whole lot to be developed with this character, but I'm hoping that Tom Taylor will eventually be able to develop this character more. Or somebody else, but no, I kind of want it to be Tom Taylor. Anyway, here's the big kicker with this book. The last page pissed me off. Why? Because it's ending. This is the final issue of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Now, I don't know why, and before the morons decide to start chiming in with, well, it's because of sales. I love how usually people who don't actually have a face to go with their voice, or sometimes not even a voice, they just type. It's like, I don't know what you look like. I don't know you. I have no idea who you are. You don't get a lot personal. You're literally just some jackass with hands, and you think that you're so smart because you have a following of people who like to see you do stupid things. That's cute. That's cute. That's really cute. Anyway, what does that mean? The sale. What's the background behind that? Because this is literally like some moron who knows nothing about cars, who doesn't understand the idea of preventative maintenance, least off actually fixing your own car. This is someone who waits until the engine light comes on the car, and when somebody says, "Oh, hey, your car broke down," no, why? Well, the engine light was on. Yeah. Why was the engine light on? Why were the sales low? Why didn't this book make it? Was it marketing? Was it a lack of interest? Was it pandering to the wrong audience? Well, what exactly was the detail? Did Tom Taylor go on some kind of a Twitter tirade and start screaming at people? What is it that actually made it so that people weren't buying these books? Could it be a part of the economy? And it's like, well, there are a lot of Spider-Man books, so I can just get this one instead of that one. And you're always going to go for Amazing over any of the other books because that's the main title. So, I mean, what exactly is the reason for it? And that's where people are going to sit there and go, "Ugh," or start rattling off keywords like, well, because SJW. You know what? Your mama is an SJW. Take that. All right? And I would know because she told me in confidence. Anyway, and watch how quickly these little trolls get twittered, get triggered. Triggered on Twitter. Anyhow, I genuinely want to know. I genuinely want to go down and have a bone to pick with Marvel, and I want to be like, listen, what's going on? Is Disney just treating you guys as like an R&D department and just, they're keeping you alive by your own means as long as you keep on, churning out some kind of ideas here and there that we can eventually use for movies? Because technically there's 80 years or so of material out there about so that we could just make all the movies that we want out of them. Is that actually what's happening here? Or is this something entirely different? What exactly is the reason why this book didn't make bank? What's going on? So, yeah, this genuinely frustrates me because this was already a good title. Tom Taylor, man, has already proven himself to be, and we don't have to even talk about the art, man. It is gorgeous art. It's consistently been gorgeous art. You want to know what a good artist looks like? You don't have to see his or her face. Look at the size of the line waiting to get autographs from somebody. Because, Ken Lashley comes down here to Gotham Central, Comics and Collectibles, right here in Mississauga, all the time. And there are lines out the door with commissions waiting to get this guy just to sign an autograph or shake a hand, at least off, again, his commissions that he's doing. Wow. So this is one hell of an artist. Tom Taylor has proven himself to be at least as versatile as Matthew Rosenberg in his ability to write a funny book, a scary book, a downright horror book, saying any kind of book that he wants. He's got such a range. And he really gets into the characters' heads so that he can deliver the best possible character to us. I love that about Taylor's writing. I mean, Marvel and DC right now are pulling on this guy. Do something for us. No, do something for us. Do more for us. Do more for us. When the offer is going to start coming in of exclusivity plus something, because wow. Genuinely sad that this book ended because it was one of those books I could go to that just I knew it was going to be good. I always knew it was going to be good. And anytime I see Tom Taylor's name on a book, I know right away I'm going to give that book a shot because I'm betting it's going to be good. This genuinely breaks my heart just a little bit. Just a little bit. Got a bone to pick with you, Marvel. Maybe somebody needs to come in there and clean up. I don't mean beating people up. I'm just saying in general, find out what the heck's going on and fix the freaking problem. Marvel acts like they don't have a marketing department. If that's true, maybe you'll need a marketer. I work for cheap. I'll work for comic books. Anyway, guys, I'm done. I'm out. And unfortunately, this comic book title is out also. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the comic book community has suffered a loss in this book ending. That sucks. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.